now.
Are we live?
Yep.
Oh, well. You want to clock over and bring up the... I should have my tablet. I could have looked on my tablet for something.
What am I clicking up on?
Click the next one over and open Facebook. Well, hello, everybody. So today is going to be a little bit different. As you guys all jump on, we got to see who's on here in a minute. Ooh, look at people jumping on. They've been waiting. They've been waiting and waiting and waiting. So, very nice. Just click on the picture and it should come up.
I'm mass sending it out like I normally do.
Oh, awesome. Well, hello, everybody. Today it's going to be a little bit different. We're not streaming on Instagram right now because we're doing a lot of pop-up videos in this. And today's video is going to be a little bit shorter. It's probably a half hour. And the reason being is because we are exhausted. We are exhausted. And I'm not feeling my best. So I want to make sure that we are feeling our best.
Exactly.
When we do it. So
we got to look our best, feel our best, and we can show our best.
But there's a couple of things I want to talk to you about. That's why we're coming on.
I don't know why it's lagging. I'm sorry. Hold on.
What's lagging?
The Restream on Facebook, so I'm just making sure that it is.
Oh, there's a delay.
But it was stuck on the countdown.
Oh, okay.
Still even right now.
So we're just making sure that we're up and we're going strong and doing fun stuff. You can give us hearts, thumbs up if you would love to. Because we do love it, and I love that we went from 8 to 4.
Love it always.
Okay, so first of all, we had a crazy weekend.
It was so fun, though. I love it every year.
Fun.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm always like really stressed out right before.
I don't know what we're talking about.
And then we get there, and then I'm like, oh, okay, Sunday.
I know. So we did Autorama this weekend, and we are compiling a show. We did a little bit different this year, where we recorded a lot of it, and we recorded all of it. And we're putting together an actual show that will be released next week. So that way you can see, because not only did we produce a full 1 hour show that is a professional show, we also were photographing for the first ever Detroit pinup the first ever Detroit pinup calendar. And with the reigning queen, of course, who won at Autorama. And you're going to pull up some pictures?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We got a couple of teasers here for you. Look at this picture with the gorgeous Malin Mitten on the right. You've got Shelley Galore, and then you've got Lana Lenore, and then, ooh, I forgot her name.
It's okay, because she's so pretty.
She is so pretty. Anyways. So these are some of the girls that we got to interview and talk with.
Yeah, sure did.
And most 3 of them, I think, were in the actual competition. And but this is how Autorama was. You saw pinup girls, gorgeous pinup girls everywhere, with cars next to cars, everywhere. You know. And so Time Warp, TWL, goes there every year and does a show. And this year it was just it was crazy. It was crazy. What else you got?
It was a madhouse, honestly.
So here we have Jasmine and the lovely Lindy Lenore, who she got to interview at the Creepy Tiki, which is exciting because first of all, Lindy Lenore, she was the 2023 reigning queen, right? So we get to talk to different people, stuff like that. So here's Jasmine and Lindy Lenore during their interview at the Creepy Tiki.
Look how white her teeth look.
I know. Doesn't she look
beautiful? With the rest she does. She looks
and
so
wait till you guys hear the interview and find out where her outfit came from. You're going to love it. I love it.
Are we on to the next one?
Yeah, on to the next one. What's the next one? So this one is me doing an interview with Dave Marchione, who is the industrial and automotive curator with the Detroit Historical Museum. That car behind him, he actually painted that car. And a friend of his did the pinstriping, and he did all the painting and some of the work with it. And you get to see and hear a great interview that I have with Dave. And then some of his other cars, because this is his 14th year.
Yeah.
So 14 different cars there. Anyways, but I have to give a shout out because TWL and Autorama wouldn't be in existence if it wasn't for that man right there. Dave Marchione, so I give him a big shout out on that.
Dave, you're the GOAT for real.
So these are I posted some of the pictures from the weekend on the company site.
But we do want to keep some of it under wraps.
We have to keep some of it under wraps. You will not be able to see any of the photographs of the girls for the calendar. We're going to be, because those have to be a surprise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because pinup is a big thing. And I am going to tell you now, just like I told you then, just like I said in the interviews here, these women who do these pinups, they're all accomplished women.
Mm-hmm.
They are very, and I love that the Autorama starts out Women's Month.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because this is the Women's History Month we're in. And so, you know, this is the month that we sit there and we talk about all the people all the women who inspire us and did great things.
Mm-hmm.
And for the past several years, we've talked about some really famous, really integral women.
Yes.
But this month, we're going to be talking about pinup girls. We're going to be talking about different things. But I do want to say that going into going into March, see, I told you, going into March and running a pinup show contest. I didn't run it, but Nikki ran it, or being part of the pinup show contest during Women's History Month, to me, is very fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only do we get to see how beautiful and sexy these women are, we get to know them and find out that they are all highly accomplished, highly educated women.
And I also
who like to express themselves.
And Ava, Vera Vortex, she is in college right now to do criminal justice.
To be criminal justice.
Which I thought was so
a military,
cool.
Somebody who was 25-year career military, who just left the military. We have some graphic designers. We have all different kinds of stuff.
All different types.
We have some government workers, stuff like that. And they just like to get dressed up and come and have fun and live in a time that they love.
Yeah.
From the 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, we had all different kinds. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited about showing you this. This will be released. Excuse me. Christian is working hard on editing right now, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. He's so great. I just loved how seamlessly him and his father really worked
together on it.
Yeah.
And you know, it was fantastic.
It was.
So those are coming up, and here you have on the screen me and Dave again, Marchione. But I have a couple of things out here that I want to talk about. First of all, Dolly Parton, and we want to send a big condolence because she lost her husband. I forgot his first name. Carl Dean. So I have that there for her, right? Because 60 years.
I can't believe it.
I mean, 60 years, you guys. They were together for 60 years.
It's a long time.
My favorite quote that she ever said my favorite quote that she recently said about her husband was, "I can tell you every line in my husband's face, and he can tell you every strand in my wig." I loved that. I thought it was fantastic.
It's very true to her.
It's very true to her. She's also the one person who always said in many different interviews that she was the first female drag queen.
Yep.
You know,
nothing
she would go, "Nothing is real." Isn't that hilarious? I love it.
Fake.
So, Women's History Month, we got to talk about Dolly Parton. We got to talk about the pinup girls. You know, stuff like that. Also, we just had the Oscars, right? And congratulations to all the winners. However, I do think that it was, we have the Oscar. Oh, you couldn't see them?
Yeah, they can see them.
Oh, okay. So we have our Oscars here, which are available here. So maybe you come in, you get an Oscar for the woman in your life right now that means the most to you. It could be mom, it could be, your wife, it could be your sister, it could be somebody you just helps you out. How cool would that be?
That'd be super cute.
Because in this day and age, we have all these stars to look at, like Demi Moore, like Dolly Parton, plus a lot of highly educated, highly influential women that we can look up to and use as guides through our life. But how about look around you? Because I'm about to put up the women who mean a lot to me in my life, and I'm going to explain each one of them. And if you notice, not one of them is famous. They're all everyday people. So you've got Maria, who is a dear friend of mine, who came here from Spain. She had a lot of, she had to work through a lot in her life to get to where she is today. That is a woman to be proud of. That is a woman to look at and say, you know what, I want to be like her.
Aw.
Right?
Love
you
Maria.
know Maria.
Of course. I love her.
Nikki's boyfriend just was overseas for years, for a long time, and he just recently got back. She has gone through so much. I've known her for years. So these are the women that I look at for inspiration. Gabby. These women were knocked down, picked up, knocked down, picked up, knocked down, picked up.
No pun intended, Gabby.
No, that's not what I meant.
I'm making lighthearted of the situation. I'm just teasing.
You know, picked up, knocked down, picked up. But they keep forging forward. And that's what we need. Everyday people keep forging forward. So Gabby, also known, Gabby, who works tirelessly on her jewelry creations, on being a pinup, on setting an example for the new pinups that come, for setting examples for the other women in her life. I think I look up to her. So Maria, Nikki, Gabby, I look up to you. Lisa, my sister-in-law, and Kelly, my sister. They both have gone through hell and back, like every woman there is, like yourself, like everybody else. And they still forge every single day with the best possible possible attitude, with hopes, dreams, just to be knocked down and do it again. Janice.
Oh, love Janice.
Janice has been on my list for years because this woman has a heart of an angel and is suffering through, cancer. But yet you talk to her and she is
sweet.
She lights up your life.
Yes.
She lights up your life. The courage and determination that woman has, I wish I had in my little pinky.
Aww.
Armanda Roberts, I've known since I was 12. She lives in Florida now and she has severe health issues. But every time I talk to her, every time I see her online, she is positive. She is moving forward. She is doing the best she can. She has her children around her. She does as much as she can. And I got to tell you, I look up to her for that. Sharon, I'm going to tell you, Sharon.
I love Sharon.
I love her. She forges through this life on her own.
Tirelessly.
There is so much I can say about Sharon. Her determination, her independence, her love and compassion, her personality, her fun. These are the women. Billy is my neighbor and also a really good friend and grandma to our cats.
Aww.
So I have to tell you, Billy, she just recently had a stroke and she is recovering nicely. She got to see the cats for the first time.
Aww.
But she gets knocked down. She has had many different medical situations, but when you talk to her, she is excited. She is happy. She's got that personality. So these are the women that mean a lot to me. And these are a few of the women that mean a lot to me. And because every week I'm going to be putting up a little selection of women that mean a lot to me. So thank you. Thank you for being in my life, Maria, Nikki, Gabby, Lisa, Kelly, Janice, Armanda, Sharon, and Billy. Because you guys are the inspiration that makes me move forward all the time.
Aww.
What do you want to say?
Oh, that's so cute. I saved a little bit of mine for next week's
I know you
show.
did. But is there one person? You don't have to talk about any of them because you didn't choose, or you can. But
that's okay, because honestly, I didn't even think about trying to get a picture of her either. It's somebody that I see very frequently, and that is my coach, Krista. She is honestly one of my favorite people. I get to see her on a daily basis, not even just working out, but at work. She is always so positive to me, and she can always tell when something is going on up here, even if my face or my mouth doesn't say it. And Krista, I will show you this video tomorrow when I get to work, but you inspire me a lot.
So if I had an Oscar for every single one of the people that inspire me in my life, whether it be women or men or whoever, I would hand out Oscars.
Aw.
I would. I have always been a huge supporter of women. I have always, and every single one of these women on here, along with my mother, which is going to be on a list here soon, but I wanted to pick people who I don't always talk about.
Sure.
Even though I do always talk about a few of them. Forgot what I was saying.
Happy National Women's Month.
Yes, I forgot what I was saying. Let me show you this, because this is what I was going to do.
Oh.
So you see this? This is sweet couch potato, right? And I was so disappointed that did you change it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so disappointed that Demi Moore didn't win that I was going to tape a picture on the front of this, like she did in her movie, and say this is where the Oscars should have went.
It should go right to Demi.
It should have, and if not her, then Cynthia Erivo. Even though I shouldn't say that because the girl who did win it, I didn't see her movie, so she could have been good. But I haven't seen Wicked either, but I've seen enough of it to know.
Yeah.
But I did see
Demi.
Substance, and I really liked it.
I like The Substance too.
So, anyways, ladies who inspired me in my life, here's to you.
Aww.
And I will be saying that every week, and she'll have a group of people next week. So it is cool. I just wanted you to say that. I sent that little tweet out, or that little Facebook post saying you guys want to watch, because I want you to know what you guys mean to me, because it is that. And I know that, Steve would have a selection of people as well. Steve, I remember what I was going to say. I was going to say, I'm a firm believer that if it wasn't for women, I don't care if you're straight, men, I don't care if you're straight or gay. I don't care if you like, I don't care who you like or what you like. I'm going to tell you this, if it wasn't for women, we would not exist anymore. Mm-hmm. Men do not think before they act. Women do. Men react and then think. Mm-hmm. That's why we usually die earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say
That's why women always mature better. Quicker.
Live longer. Oh,
right?
Hey, before we forget.
What's that?
We still got to cover the word of the week.
This is an interesting word of the week because it actually goes with what happens in this world.
And it's very oddly been working out that way for us every single time we do word of the week. But I told Jason I found the word of the week, and he comes out and he looks at me and he says, "You find anything I can pronounce?"
Yes, because this is clearly German.
So
say it.
Schadenfreude.
Now, this is a word I don't really want to know, even though I do want to know it due to being smart. Mm-hmm. But the feeling of joy when others are in pain and distress. Unfortunately, we live in a society now today that seems to be the thing. But
I do want to clarify that just because we said that we can relate to this word, it doesn't mean we're the one that's experiencing the Schadenfreude.
Say it in a sentence. Quickly.
Gosh, I'm experiencing such Schadenfreude.
Look at her, she said it perfectly.
Schadenfreude.
Okay, so I have a friend who lives in Germany. Jennifer, if you watch this, please tell us if we're saying that correctly.
And if I'm using it in the right context, because I can speak German, but only a little bit, and I don't know if I'm using that in the right context or not.
Well, it says the feeling of joy when others are in pain and distress, which unfortunately is
other people were feeling that towards us.
When we're in pain and distress.
Correct.
Right. That's whether you feel it towards somebody else or they feel it towards us, it's a wrong thing to feel.
Exactly.
We should never feel pleasure when somebody else is in pain unless it is something that is happening behind the doors.
Right. Exactly.
Meaning that's what you want to do. But I think this is referring to when somebody, like a bully.
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
And the rest of the class laughs.
Or like older brother.
So a good example is the class reacted. Is it a verb? Is it a noun?
It's a verb.
It's a verb. So I could use it with the aspect of after the bully slapped him.
He was experiencing Schadenfreude.
Not he was, but the classroom was experiencing Schadenfreude because they were laughing at somebody who was in pain. There you go. That's what it is. That's a word for the day. Of course, when you say it correctly, you will have to move to Germany.
Right. No. Immediately.
No, watch it not even be German, but it sounds German.
No, totally. I'm pretty sure it is German.
So I would like to know, and I think you have it on here, to put under what women inspire you guys.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay. So we would like to know what women inspire you guys. So one of the things, as people are jumping on, that you will notice is that we don't have a lot of stuff up here. We're not talking about one specific thing other than Autorama and Women's History Month because we're exhausted.
Yeah.
And we've been on air all weekend, and we have been running around, being pulled right and left, doing all sorts of stuff. It was fun, fabulous, and fantastic, but exhausting.
I can only think of so many entrances and exits. Like, I made the joke to David, and I was using production terminology to him, and I said, it's, when they throw it, I got to figure out how to catch it.
You did good.
Thanks. And I was like, but I can only figure out how to catch it so many different ways.
Well, I figured when I was throwing it, I would just say, there's more to come. Stay tuned.
Yeah, right.
Because I didn't know what was coming next.
I always had to ask before every segment, like, okay, which one is this going to be in front of or after, so I know who I'm going to be.
But you know what? I have learned something. I need to take better care of myself on days like that, because I think part of the reason I'm getting a sinus issue, or I'm feeling a little down under the weather, is because I did not eat correctly. I did not drink enough water. I was going from one filming location to another. Or one photography station to another. So we were being pulled, and I need to take time for myself.
Right.
And even if it's 5 seconds to drink a bottle of water.
Right.
You know, I got to do that, especially with my health these days. But tell us what woman inspires you. It doesn't have to be someone in your circle. I would hope that it could be somebody in your circle. And when I say circle, I mean wide circle.
Right.
Doesn't need to be your best friend or the person standing next to you.
Right.
But somebody who means a lot to you. If we could tie that in somehow with vintage, that'd be great. But really, maybe it's just your best friend who you go vintage shopping with.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that person's inspiring you. Can we throw the girls up again?
Of course.
I could have done it. Look at me saying, see, the weekend is coming back to me.
Mm-hmm.
So these women inspire me. Next week, there'll be another grid of women that inspire me. There'll be some women that inspire you. Tell us who inspires you. This is the beginning of the month. We have the entire month to go through.
Yeah.
And we may salt and pepper some famous people in there.
Right.
But I want to know who inspires you on a daily basis that you see. It could be a boss, it could be a teacher, it could be anyone. Mm-hmm. And I think we need to start, if we're going to have months, this is my thinking process, if we're going to have months that inspire, or months that focus on Women History Month, stuff like that, maybe we start throwing them out there. Maybe we start honoring those women.
For sure.
And giving them recognition. Same with LGBTQ month, same with Black History Month, same with, you know what I mean? Somebody who was great and inspired me, but they've been dead for 50 years, think of them and use their inspiration, but look towards somebody who is alive and will be thankful that or will feel good that you are recognizing them. Because I've been to many, many funerals. I've been to many, many parties for life, where we can love them and talk all the good stuff about them while they're gone. But I want to see their faces. I want them to understand how I feel about them. I don't want to have to hope they can hear me.
And feel that they can truly feel the gratitude and the greatness that you're bestowing upon them.
Exactly, because I'm going to tell you, I've known Nikki for many, many years, right? 15 years, Nikki was one of our first employees. Mm-hmm. And her mother now works with us. And she may end up on my list too. Maria, I've known for about 5 years. One of the best people you can meet. Gabby, I've known for about 6-7 years. One of the, will do anything for you. Lisa, Kelly, these people I've known for quite some time.
Right.
Janice, I've known for 15 years. Armanda, I've known since I was 12.
Right.
Sharon, I met at a grocery store.
Aw.
At Randazzo's 10 years ago.
Love that.
And Billy, Steve's known all his life, and I've known for the past 20, how long have I known Steve? 24 years? I've known Billy for 24 years. And it kind of actually saddens me that it takes till now for me to say.
Well.
But you know what? That sometimes my mind takes a while to come up with things. But these are the women. These are some of the women that inspire me every day.
Cute.
I love it.
I love it.
So we'll throw up a couple things from the Autorama again, so you guys can see. Matter of fact, here's one, and that same girl that was in my list is sitting right here. You guys can't point. She's the second one in the blue. So these girls were our featured pinups. So when you see the show, you're going to see them at the opening.
Do they always do that?
No, that just happened, I think.
Like how?
Well, I'm going to tell you that Malin Mitten made both those dresses.
Oh, really?
Or at least made Lana's. I don't know if she made
Shelley's.
Shelley's, but she made Lana's.
Very cute.
So these women, and then of course you'll see this, which is Jasmine and Lindy Lamore, the 2023 winner of the, Miss Autorama. I love the fact that you guys matched, even though you didn't really mean to. Because
I had to go to Creepy Tiki get laid, duh.
Yes, right. I know. You're going to see all about Creepy Tiki on the show. Then, and I'm going to tell you, she is just stunning. And then me with Dave Marchione in front of his car, but I do interview some of the pinups. You have Malin Mitten.
I do.
You have Lindy Lamore.
I do.
And I did the 2024 winner.
See?
I've talked to her several times today, and her name just went in my head. Oh my God. This is why I'm tired, you see. But anyways, that car behind him, you're going to see some of the cool other cars too.
I'm really excited for them to see it.
I am too. So, like I said, we are doing a half an hour show today. We're not going to do a full length show because I'm exhausted and sweating profusely, so I probably look awful.
No.
Even though you look cute.
Oh, thank you.
So how many of you were disappointed with the Oscars? I'd like to know. And I should probably see the one movie before I say I'm
that you don't like
it. Yeah. I did like the guy who won. The guy who won the best director for it.
Okay.
Was also the same movie. Amar? I can't think of what it was. Anyways, I love that he said thank you to all the sex workers.
Yeah, period. Because honestly.
And then we have her in our hearts.
Because rest in paradise, Carl.
Yes.
To our queen.
So anyways, give them our go. We're going to be signing off, you guys.
So Instagram, as you guys can already tell, that we weren't live on there today, but that's okay because this video is going to be posted on Instagram bright and early tomorrow, but it is also available on YouTube as well. The second one. Actually, I lied. We're going to do this last one.
Oh, this one?
No, because you guys already know.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can catch us anywhere that you guys catch your podcast. So if it's available on this picture, then it's available to listen to us anytime. You can listen to us in the car, at the gym. That's okay. It'll loop. It should have looped itself. I don't know why it didn't.
It's being not
silly goose egg.
So Spotify, I sent a link out for Spotify, you guys. You can listen to us on the go. You can listen to us on the go. So please go over, download your favorite episode. And
also send us some pictures of some women who inspire you, and we'll put them in the show next week.
Yeah, because the one I remember from last year is Lucille Ball.
And I did Margaret P. Johnson. So. Yeah.
So, anywho, Ray.
Yep. We will catch you guys next Tuesday, sharp at 6:30. Oh, and, yep. Don't forget, we'll catch you then.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.